is high school football. Hello everyone and welcome to the Suncom Media NEA Sports Game of the Week. 5A Joe T. Robinson travels north from Little Rock to face the Jonesboro squad looking to rebound from last week's defeat at the hands of a 7A opponent. The task for JTX does not drop off much, if any, as Robinson is one of the top teams in their classification. Both schools are looking to right the ship as the beautifully renovated Cushy John Field on the campus of the Academy of Jonesboro High. It's the Senators of Joe T. Robinson High School. It's the Hurricane of Jonesboro High. It's the Suncom Media NEA Sports Magazine High School Football Game of the Week.
Field and to the, as you say, Steve, the academies.
The academies of Jonesboro High School as a proud alum.
That's right. Ryan Fletcher here along next to me is Steve Clayton as we are live here for this broadcast between the Robinson Senators and the Jonesboro Golden Hurricanes. Steve, we have a big-time coaches show coming up. You get to sit down with Tyler George. But a game that, when we looked at on the schedule, it was a close game last year, and we expect to see a good game here tonight.
Well, Pulaski Robinson's 5A, which is good news if you're a Hurricane. The bad news is they're probably they're one of the top three schools in the state as far as a 5A classification. Obviously, Little Rock Parkview is number one in any classification, but they're in the 5A level. Pulaski Robinson's number 3 right now. They took it on the chin, lost to 14 last week to Pulaski Academy.
All right, well, we are going to take a break, and when we return, Steve Clayton sits down with Coach Tyler George on our Coaches Show. You're watching the Suncom Media and NEA Sports Network. For over 20 years, Central Dealerships has partnered with Suncom Media and NEA Sports to bring you live coverage of sporting events in Northeast Arkansas.
From heated rivalry games to conference showdowns along with playoff championship action, Central Dealerships continues to showcase the best games that NEA has to offer. Remember, when shopping local, Central Dealerships have played a huge role highlighting local players. Just like Suncom Media and NEA Sports, Central Dealerships puts NEA student athletes first.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face, because our first job isn't selling anything, it's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks, our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
Hello, welcome to the Coaches Show. Once again, I'm Steve Clayton, joined by the head Hurricane, Coach Tyler George. Coach George, it's week 2, but a lot of good, a lot of bad in the first week. One of the good things I think is under center or behind center, your quarterback. Talk to us about the quarterback situation here at Jonesboro.
Yeah, Asa Myers, he's a junior for us. He's going to be really, really good. We just got to get him comfortable in the pocket, making sure we have our pass protection up front, holding up for him, because we got a plethora of athletes on the outside that we need to get the ball to.
Talk to us about those athletes. Who can Asa target when throwing the football?
We got Kellen Smith, who's one of our best athletes on the team.
In the school,
and does a great job with our basketball program as well. Him and Nigel Bell, who's school choice in from Nettleton, we feel like both of those guys are long and rangy, and they can win over the top. So we got to be able to take advantage of some one-on-one matchups throughout the year. And then inside with Cam Davis, who's just a sophomore, but he's going to be the future of our program. Kamari Fisher, who's a junior, and CJ Williams as well, who's a junior, can really make some things happen on the inside for us at slot receiver.
Got targets at receiver, but you got some pretty good running backs. Talk to us about this stable of running backs.
Yeah, we do. TJ Brown, who also came over, he rushed for 115 yards against Conway, broke a 60-yarder right there, looked really good. He also returned a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Demarcus Thomas, who's also a junior. He can come in and be more of a bruiser for us. And then we have Marquise Stafford and Sam King, who start on defense for us. They can come in and run it. And you got Marion Taylor as well. When we get him back healthy at tight end, he's a mismatch problem.
I knew you had some weapons, but Coach George, you know me, I'm old school. It's all won and lost up front.
Yeah.
Talk to us about offensive line personnel up front.
It is. And we have a couple of returning starters up front. Big Jadarius McCray, 6'1.5", 330 pounds. He's the biggest kid we got, call him Big Fella, a right guard. He'll also play a little bit of defense as well at defensive tackle. Our center, Cash Coburn, he started the year early for us last year, and then we moved Cole Abernathy there, so he has a little bit of experience. Jonah Hill, he's a first-year starter for us at right tackle, a bigger body there, really athletic and good feet. And then at left guard, hopefully we get Justin Fulton back. He's been dealing with an ankle. He played some spots last year. And then left tackle, we're kind of rotating, trying to figure out that position between Octavius Butler and Jalen Daniels.
Now, quickly talk to us while we're on the offensive side of the ball. What can we look for as far as Robinson's defensive front? Yeah,
they're extremely fast. Their defensive ends, they'll be 4 down. Their defensive ends, they get off the ball really, really quick, and they bend around the edge as well. And then up front, they have two really, really big defensive linemen that they kind of rotate in and out, and then they'll put some smaller guys there just to try and beat you with speed.
Linebacker level, 3 or 4 linebackers?
Most of the time, it's really a 4-2-5 look, so they'll have 2 true linebackers, and they can play. They decent-sized kids that can really run, and they want to hit you in the mouth.
Against your spread, do you look for them to man up or play 3 deep?
I think they'll kind of mix and match it some. They play a little bit of 1 high, but mainly they stay in the 2 high shell, playing some palms coverage to the passing strength, and then they'll man you up backside.
Coach, stay right there. You stay right there. We'll be right back to talk about the Hurricane defensively and what they're facing with Robinson's offense.
I know the EV autos are new and customers have a lot of questions. The EVs can be perfect for some customers, but they hesitate to buy one. Listen to this, the all-new Chevrolet Blazer, over $50,000 price, you can lease for as little as $399 per month. You will have questions and we can give you the details. This is the way to drive a new EV for $399 per month with a small initial fee. At the end of the lease, turn it in. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Join us for a free women's self-defense seminar at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Jonesboro on Saturday, September 21st. This is known to be the most effective martial arts for self-defense. Scan the code to learn more and reserve your spot now.
The JHS Touchdown Club is a group of parent volunteers who are committed to supporting the students, faculty, and administration of the Jonesboro Public Schools. The Touchdown Club wishes the Hurricane good luck in today's game.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Once again, I'm joined by Tyler George, the head Hurricane. Coach, before the break, we talked about the Hurricane offensively. Let's go through personnel defensively for the Canes, starting up front.
Yep, so up front, we're probably going to have to mix it up a little bit from our 4-down look to a 3-down look and kind of go back and forth. Had a couple of our defensive ends that may be out for this game, but Tyler Craig has been really good for us up front at defensive end. Q Hollis as well, and Eric Blocker. They kind of control those defensive end spots for us, do a great job in the run game, and they can bend the edge on pass. Then we got big Desmond Golden and Travion Burton to hold our defensive tackles right there. Two really good size kids for us. You know, Trey Burton's a senior and Desmond Golden's a junior. He can play a little bit of offensive guard as well. So just continuing to get those guys in shape and play hard up front. At linebacker, you know, you got 2-time 7A All-Conference Marquis Stafford, who he's kind of our Swiss Army knife. He can do some of everything. KJ Anderson was also All-Conference last year at the outside backer spot. And then you got Sam King that comes in and is really getting comfortable at the other outside backer spot.
Is King a junior now?
He's a senior. He's kind of played back and forth from running back to linebacker, and now this year he can do a little bit of both.
Excuse my ignorance on that. Talk to us about the back end of the defense, secondary line.
On the back end, we feel good about it. You know, we got to continue to work our eye discipline and just competing every down. But you got Avion Jones at corner. He can play corner and safety. He was all-conference last year at safety. We moved him down the corner this year to try and take away the best receiving threat. On the other side, you got another junior. Both those guys are juniors, Jaquez Jordan, who's about as athletic as they come. And then on the back end, you have Junior Smith, who's a senior, and Jamarian Nelson, who's a senior. So both of those guys at safety, you know, really are a little inexperienced. And then Jaquez as well at corner, AV, you know, we feel solid about him. So the more we play, the better we'll get on the back end.
Now, kind of out of the frying pan into the fire with Robinson this week. What can we look for out of Joe T. Robinson offensively?
Yeah, they'll utilize a spread look, some 2x2, 3x1, even give you maybe a hint of empty there. They'll bring a tight end in and put him off the ball as an H-back as well. More zone scheme unless the H is in, and then they'll throw some buck sweeps at you and some GT and GH and things like that. A lot of RPOs. You know, the quarterbacks will move in from North Little Rock, so we're familiar with him. Played him last year. The running backs run extremely hard, and their receivers are fast. So,
excuse me, Coach, what percentages are we talking about as far as running passes? And you've had a common opponent in Pulaski Academy.
Yes, and they're about 60-40 pass to run, maybe 65-35. They really like to try and get the balls out on the edges to those athletic skill guys they have, and then when they do run it, they really want to try and pound it on you. So they mix it up pretty well.
Got to get in the win column, Coach. Any tricks up your sleeve to get to that first W of the 24 season?
Yeah, and we always have something special for each opponent going into the game. So we didn't really show anything versus Conway last week. So, but we'll look to kind of continue to do what we do, kind of try and spread people out and then hammer them whenever we can with the run game.
Coach, I appreciate it greatly. That's Tyler George, the head Hurricane. We'll be right back with a little more pregame and then the first half of kickoff. Stay right there.
Whatever might happen next, if Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
And we have returned here to Cooksey Johns Field, side of tonight's non-conference matchup between the Jonesboro Golden Hurricane, who hosts the Joe T. Robinson Senators. And Steve, you know, you sat down and talked with Coach Tyler George. It was a great interview. First off, I think Tyler is very, very well spoken. That's the first time I've really, on camera, got to watch him do an interview. And he's, from my understanding and the things that I've been told, these players love to play for him. And this is year 2 for him. So certainly looking to make some progress. And obviously the drop down back into the 6A classification, which not by any means saying that's easy, but you've got to feel like it's a little bit better in terms of maybe postseason time and finishing in the upper part of the conference.
Oh, no doubt at all. The level of competition will not decrease. There's still a lot of good 6A teams, but not the depth of quality teams in that they'll face in the 7A at the 7A level. But truth be known, Ryan, with their growth this year, Jonesboro after the 2-year cycle will probably be right back in 7A. So enjoy it while you can.
Right, no doubt about that. The captain's currently meeting there on the field and trying to see what is determined.
Well, one thing that's for sure, number 25, the all-state linebacker from Jonesboro is not dressed out. He didn't have his shoulder pads on. I was here Wednesday, as you know, Ryan, and watched practice. Because of a knee in a non-conference game, Coach George will choose not to play Marquis Stafford tonight. Not only is he an all-state linebacker, he's a pretty good running back on the offensive side of the ball.
Let's see.
Robinson has won the toss.
And they elect to
defer.
Yeah, they do defer. Jonesboro's going to get the ball to start the football game. We're still, according to the clock, 4 minutes and 35 seconds away from kickoff. We have the late start time because Joe T. Robinson had a breakdown in transportation on the way down here. One of the buses broke down. And so, obviously, they arrived late. That's never something that you want. I'm sure they are happy it is a non-conference game versus playing a conference game and being, you know, in that kind of bind. And as you said, you got here quicker than I did. They haven't been here on the field for very long.
They got here late. Jonesboro did a nice job to accommodate.
Yeah.
Jonesboro did not have to accommodate their schedule. Like you said, it is a non-conference game. That may have had a little bit to do with it. but they'll start about 20 minutes late on for kickoff tonight.
It's a nice night outside. We've had rain in the pregame. We had rain earlier in the day, at least on the south side of town. I'm not sure if it actually got over to this side or not, but I will say I think it's hotter in the press box than it is out on the field.
Well, the air conditioner is a long way away from us in the press box, and you've gone up and down the stairs a couple times, Ryan.
I have, and it's
a
only
very
takes
pleasant
once.
Evening is what I'm trying to explain to you.
It's
Relatively, it is a lot more conducive to football than the last couple of weeks.
76 degrees will be the temperature to start the football game. Wind out of the north-northwest at 6 miles per hour. We are 3 minutes away. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have action here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
We are back here, and the Hurricane have taken the field. Joe T. Robinson about to take the field as well. Steve, they've got solid numbers for a 5A school. It looks like at least 50 of them over there, if not more.
Well, they got a lot of talent as well, Ryan. They'll have the two biggest people on the field tonight. Their tackles are 6'7", 385, and 6'5", 330. So
impressive.
Two behemoths at offensive tackle. In fact, they'll go both ways a little bit.
Yeah. And I think will have some of the fastest guys on the field as well.
They got a lot of athletes at Joe T. Robinson. Like I said in pregame or earlier in pregame, they're number 3 in the state 5A. They'll contend for the 5A state championship. Obviously, Parkview, the number 1 team in the state at any level, is the favorite to win 5A.
Yeah, if you're a Blazer fan like myself, you want to avoid teams like that as long as you can in the postseason.
Oh, no doubt. But they're in the same conference as Parkview, so they'll probably finish 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they'll be on opposite sides of the bracket. And, of course, I'm talking about Robinson, not Valley View.
All right, right. Who, by the way, they're hosting Searcy tonight across town. They've already, I'm sure, started and are underway. So, yeah, it's expected to be a good football game. I think they very similar styles of play, at least what I've been told.
Searcy with the big win over Batesville.
Yeah,
last week, Valley View with a pretty dominant win over Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Yeah. Searcy dominated Batesville last week.
Nettleton transferred, and it'll be the last time we talk about it. T.J. Brown will be in the backfield tonight for the Hurricane in deep position to receive the opening kickoff.
Well, he's got electric speed and scored a lot of touchdowns for the Raiders. So.
Well, he went 99 yards last week against Pulaski Robinson for one of the 3 Jonesboro scores.
I'll tell you this, those numbers on the jerseys for Robinson are hard to read, and that's William Tate that is going to kick off for the Senators, and he's just going to, a little pooch kick. It's going to be caught by J.R. Smith, and that's how we'll start the football game.
Smith does a good job. He secures the ball and then falls down. He knew he didn't have a return set up so to avoid a possible fumble. Gives the Hurricane good starting field position. The ball at the Jonesboro 36, 1st and 10 Hurricane.
Great starting field position at the 36-yard line. The Hurricane like to run that spread out of the gun. They've got a man in motion. And they're passing first play of the game, but hit behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be hit for a loss of at least a yard, if not two.
It's Jonesboro likes to employ a quick game to the outside. Ryan, what has to happen for that to be successful, the receivers have to do a good job of blocking, and that time the D-backs Robinson blew up the blocking of the Hurricane.
Was, I believe, Nigel Bell on the reception. Now Myers looks to throw again, short pass. This time he'll get a positive gain, and it looks like he's drugged forward, but just shy of the first down as he is stopped at the 45-yard line.
Well, Kamari Fisher on the pass does a good job after he catches the ball to get positive yardage. A big 3rd down and 1 here on the Hurricanes' initial possession.
They stay in the gun. Oh my, he did
45.
Jump. Yep.
Probably a hard count. Robinson obviously had a blitz called from their linebacker position. And
it was Isaiah Reese that'll be flagged.
Jonesboro does a good job to draw them off sides, and a first down will put the ball right at midfield, Ryan.
It's pretty good to have been 2nd and 12, 13, and good pass play, and then a mistake by the Senators. They'll stay in the gun this time, handoff to the running back, who will cross the 45-yard line as they are now into Robinson territory.
T.J. Brown on the carry. Jonesboro on their typical no-huddle offense, hurry-up offense, 2nd down 4.
Back to Brown. There's flags.
Jonesboro probably got a little bit in too much of a hurry. They'll be whistled for procedure there. So a good first down play to stay ahead of the sticks, Ryan, but now it's 2nd down and 9.
Yep.
2nd down and 8.
It is 2nd and 8, 10:39 on the clock.
Well, if you look out there, the field looks immaculate. The left end zone, which I'm sure we'll get a shot of. The new activity center, the new bench hill to our right, which would be the west end zone, is a great environment for high school football.
That pass complete for a gain of right at 8 yards. It's a first down on a slant route.
Well,
that is
Cam Davis, sophomore. He started last year as a freshman on the baseball team, so Davis is a tremendous athlete.
Brown has the football. He'll rush for 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good opening drive here for Jonesboro, assisted by the penalty, if you'll remember, by the Senator linebacker. But Jonesboro likes to have the ball, or likes to do what they're doing with the ball right now, and this drive has resulted in the ball being in Senator territory.
Brown drugged down.
Could have been a horse collar tackle, if truth be known.
Doesn't look like much of a gain, though.
It'll be about 3rd and 5 for Jonesboro. Obviously, they're in 4-down territory, kind of no man's land. It's too short to punt and too long for a field goal.
Clock running with 9:30 to play here in the opening quarter. Myers taking his time as he looks over to the sideline.
Inside receivers kind of change sides of the field. That's Cam Davis and
they're going to stack them to the right, but they go handoff to Brown as he goes to the left, and it is short. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
It's only 4th and 2 actually, but there is a penalty marker on the near sideline. The referees are discussing right now. Ryan, I believe it's going to be a center lined up in the neutral zone.
Here's the call. Personal foul.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah. So for the second time on this drive, Robinson commits a penalty on 3rd, or in that case, what would have been 4th down.
Yeah, it was 3rd down. Be an automatic first down, 15 yards, and Ryan, the penalty happened a long way away from the ball.
Yeah,
thrown by the near line judge on the run to the left, so there must have been some verbiage that was not appropriate, is what I'm guessing.
Our officials are having a conversation with coach over for Robinson.
Good shot of field level camera, which I love, Ryan.
I love it too. Myers, a bit of a high snap, but he hands off to Brown. Brown, every play so far, has managed to get some yards for the Hurricane.
Well, you like that. You know, they've had a couple screen passes go for no yards at all, but positive yards on every play is a good thing. A gain of 5 or 6 on first down is great. Jonesboro stays ahead of the chains. Second down and 5 at the Senator 15-yard line.
Hurricane are in the red zone here, trying to score the Glen Sane red zone. Second and short. High snap again. Myers keeps. Myers cuts back. Myers is upended.
Be close to a first down, though.
It's close. I don't think he got it.
That time there was a trap block run by tight end Marion Taylor, a basketball player as well. But Taylor does a good job to kick out the end. It's going to bring up third down and inches right now for the Hurricane.
Yeah, it is. It is, without question, less than a yard here. And play clock down to 15.
Thomas in the backfield.
They go
actually, they're in the
I
I formation. Yeah. Josh King, the fullback, fumble.
Loose, and they've recovered it. They've scooped, and they're trying to score.
And
they may go all the way. There's nobody going to catch them. And Robinson, out of nowhere, is going to score 6, and they open this football game up with a 6-0 lead for the Senators.
Boy, if you're a Hurricane, you absolutely hate that. A good initial possession, a good drive going, cough it up on short yardage play, and wow. Robinson shows you some of the speed I was talking about, or we were talking about in pregame.
Well, it was a heck of a hit, and there was 2 or 3 guys, it seemed like, coming right at the running back. I believe that was Brown.
I don't know if he ever got the handoff secure as well.
I don't know if that was Brown or Thomas. I think it was number 11.
I was looking at fullback Josh King.
But they were not
Sam King,
not shocked by the run play, and now Robinson lined up to go for 2 out of the gun.
Tyson Braden in quarterback for
handoff, and he's in for 2. It's 8-0 Joe T. Robinson. And what a way to start this game and shell-shock the Hurricane early with 7:29 to go in the opening quarter. It's Robinson 8, Jonesboro nothing.
If it seems like our Roof Raider trucks are everywhere,
well, we kind of are.
At Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
At Glen Sane, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money, and you get the Glen Sane service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
For the second time tonight, and had that little short pooch kick to start the game. Steve, Jonesboro was driving, looking like they were going to move down the field and maybe put some points on the board, and then cough up a fumble, scoop, and score on was probably a 70-plus yard return.
90 yards. The ball was right at the 10-yard line.
Oh, you are right. They were in the red zone. Yeah,
the
you're
Glen Sane
100%
red zone.
right. 100% right. That's right, the Glen Sane red zone. So Jonesboro 0 for 1 in the red zone tonight, and that hurts. But let's see how Coach George's group responds to the turnover and points by Robinson.
Ryan, you know I'm all about the offensive line. A tremendous initial possession for Jonesboro. Dominating the line of scrimmage, a great drive, but the boy changed in a hurry, did it?
It sure did, yeah. That's
90-yard scoop and score for the Senators.
You don't see that every day. You know, we called a 99-yard scoop and score last year, if you remember. Run goes up the middle, and
T.J. Brown on the carry.
Pick up about 3. I really think that it was not Brown on the carry.
Well, Jonesboro had gone to an I formation.
Yeah.
I told you the fullback, Sam King, came in the ball game. I was kind of focused on that and didn't see. I don't know. I think probably Thomas at running back. I don't know if he ever got the handle.
Myers keeps. He slides, and that should 100% be a flag on a late hit to the quarterback.
It was about 3 flags, actually.
Yeah, that's an easy call, and Myers
is down. Wow.
That's not good.
Be a target, 15 yards and automatic first down, but the big thing right now is starting quarterback Asa Myers.
Yeah.
Still on the ground, and there will be a Senator ejected.
Should be. And without question, he was sliding, and they've got to let up when he's doing that. We're going to go ahead and let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Great news. Asa Myers running off the field. Looks to be okay. And he will come out for the next play. And comes
Taylor Heineman. Sophomore Taylor Heineman did a great job in MacArthur last year. Part of a long list of Heineman that have been athletes here at Jonesboro. His big brother Josh pitches for the Hogs right now, but Josh was a left tackle.
Yeah.
Taylor obviously a little more nimble playing quarterback.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, I didn't realize that. My immediate question was, now, the older Heineman was a bigger boy, and Taylor listed as a sophomore at 6 foot, 165 pounds. He's got a few inches on me, and I got a few pounds on him.
Well, Josh was about 260 at left tackle, but they've tuned him up. He looks like a college athlete, and he'll be on the – don't know if he'll make the roster this year on Hog Baseball, but he's good enough to be up there.
Yeah.
Got timeout on the field.
Hey, I'd take that. SEC baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Best in the country. They're about to run out of about every SEC or baseball team's won a national title at this point, except the Razorbacks.
Yeah, I know it. And Arkansas is one of the best programs in the SEC.
They are every year. They are usually ranked in the usually top 15 for sure. And last year we're in the number 1 in the country at one point for a good period of time. And
Josh thinking about Josh Heineman.
Yeah, Taylor
Heineman back in at quarterback. I thought Jonesboro took a timeout where they wouldn't have to get Asa Myers out of the ball game, but
what they were doing right there was
talking about that player being ejected. As you saw the referee lift that thumb up in there, and that means that player is done for the rest of this ball game.
He's done for this ball game, and that'll roll over into, or will it still the first quarter? It won't have an effect. Okay.
But if it happens in the second half, it's the first half of the next game as well. But
okay.
So Jonesboro has the ball in Senator territory again. The ball at the 48-yard line. First down and 10, Jonesboro.
So Heineman, I imagine, is going to go on a handoff, and there's an immediate flag. It's going to stop the play.
Procedure penalty. I didn't notice who was in motion. Might have been T.J. Brown trying to get a little bit of a head start from his running back position because the back judge on the far side threw the flag.
So now back it up, be 1st and 15. They're 6:53 to go here in the opening quarter. Heineman stays in
at quarterback.
Going to go right back to Brown.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's going nowhere. And for the first time tonight, T.J. Brown goes down for a loss of 2, and it's going to be 2nd and 17.
Myers back in the game now for Jonesboro. You called it, Ryan. We didn't think he'd be out of the ballgame very long. 2 plays. Glad to see him back on the field.
Play action. Asa Myers looking down the field's got all kinds of time. Throws deep, incomplete. Good job by the Robinson defense right there.
Secondary coverage was tremendous. They did a good job to.
Now we've got a flag.
A late flag. It's going to be maybe another personal foul.
Yeah, but I feel like he was pointing at a Jonesboro player that time. I might be wrong.
Once again, the flag thrown a long way from the football.
I think this one may be against Jonesboro. Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Hurricanes. So, what's 17 and 15? It's going to be 2nd down and 32.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to get some yardage, maybe flip the field and
get a little bit of distance for the punting game.
Just trying to get a first down at this point. Is percentages are low. Low. Ball at the 30-yard line, and as you mentioned, Steve, 3rd and 32.
Yeah, because that was after the play, so it was lost and down as well.
Myers.
Oh, that may be.
Tried to go over the middle to Kellen Smith, and that will be a turnover. Or, excuse me, they'll be forced to punt the football.
4th down and 32. You don't go for it very often.
No, not at all. Say you'd have to be maybe on the 32-yard line to consider that if you didn't have a kicker.
Marco Cisneros will do the punting for the Hurricane. Ryan, I apologize. I can't see the numbers.
No, it's really, really difficult. These white uniforms
and gold numbers.
And the gold numbers are really, really hard for us to pick up.
I don't even think they're outlined in black.
No, they're not. And or if they are, I can't tell it.
Well, Jones will get backed up 5 more yards for delay of game, so probably driving Tyler George crazy. That's week 2. That's week 1 stuff, not getting the punting team on the field in time.
And it's Marco Cisneros.
Yeah, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
He is a senior on this team, 6'2", 240-pound punter.
He is a big man. He's got a very lively leg. And
he does.
Takes a little bit of a Jonesboro bounce, but Robinson will start their first offensive possession with the 8-0 lead at the Senator 42-yard line.
I think if you would have told Tyler George or Robinson, for that matter, that they wouldn't have an offensive possession until 5:43 to go in the first quarter, Jonesboro probably would have thought that'd be
good.
Yeah, it'd be a great thing.
That's a good thing, but when you have a scoop and score for the Senators, kind of flips the thing. And a good defensive stand on the second Hurricane series. The ball's at the 38. I think I said 42, Ryan, so I see corrected.
So they lined up in a little bit of a bundle right here. They're going to go with a little sweep to the right side, and I think maybe his own offensive teammate got in his way there just a bit, or it would have been a bigger gain.
Jordan Thomas on the carry, number 3 for the Senators. A good gain of 8 on first down. Like you said, a lot of linemen out there with him, a lot of pulling linemen, a nice play on the first offensive play for the Senators.
Go with a handoff. And finds a nice seam close to the first down. I do think he's got it. He does.
He's got
by
the
a
first
yard.
down. Thomas again on the carry. Jordan Thomas.
He runs hard.
Like I said, there's some athletes on the field. And two very big offensive linemen. But I don't see the biggest out there for Robinson. Number 77, Ryan Nolan, is usually the right tackle, 6'7", 385, and he's not on the field right now.
Going to go on a screen play, and man, this is set up for a nice gain, at least a first down and a gain of 12. Robinson looking good so far.
Michael Hayes on the reception that time, and he looked like a water bug. He was, wow.
Yeah, he exploded.
Very quick with the football in his hands.
And we've got a pair of receivers to the near side of the field. Go handoff. And a gain of about 3. That time it was Nick Abrams on the carry. Abrams listed at 5'10", 205 pounds. He's stocky.
Robinson, like Jonesboro, not getting a huddle, but taking their time here offensively, getting things set up.
Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Throw over to the right. Pass complete. First down, and he's got one man to beat. He won't beat him, but a huge gain as they enter the Glen Sane red zone, and they will have the ball inside the 15 at around the 13-yard line.
Michael Hayes again on the reception for Robinson. And, Ryan, you see what I'm talking about? He's like a water bug out there in open space.
Yeah.
See on the replay here?
Well, it's a great catch right there, Steve, and the replay brought to you in part by Central Dealers. He never came down.
Finally brought down at about the 5-yard line. Gain of 9 on first down.
.255 on the clock.
He's actually stopped to the 6. We'll bring up second down, about 2.5 for the Senators.
Jonesboro showed movement pre-snap, and now they go handoff, and he's just kind of biding his time, waiting to find the right lane to cut through, and he'll cross the 5, dropped at the 4.
It's Hayes again on that time it's a forward pass, but it's basically a handoff trying to get around the left end. Jonesboro does a good job to string it out. Big third down and 2 right now for both sides of the football.
Tyson Braden. And did
Hey,
somebody
I think
jump?
he did.
Yep. It's going
I
to
think
go
he
against
got a
Jonesboro.
hurricane to jump off sides.
Yeah. Looked like maybe more than one.
Be first and goal to go for Robinson.
When you talk about sloppy on this defensive possession, Jonesboro has committed several mistakes.
Robinson was so many athletes to be a 5A school, and you see a big left tackle there for Robinson.
Hit way in the backfield, though, Steve. And
Good
that
job.
was not fooling the defense that time, and a great defensive effort right there for the Hurricane.
Well, it was Abrams on the carry, but a great job of penetration by the right side of the Hurricane defensive line. Big negative play for the Senators, or a big play for the Hurricane defense.
Down to 12 on the play clock. They're trying to get a player in on the field. Down to 9. I think they're going to have time to get it off, though. Braden by himself in the backfield. Fires to the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Senators, and it is 14-0.
Well, Braden Haler kind of threw across his body. I think thinking it wasn't a very wise pass, but once again I'm corrected by a nice touchdown throwing catch by the Senators.
It was a good reception there, too. The player came off his feet and made a bit of a diving grab, but put it in the right spot. And now this time Robinson going to go for the extra point.
I knew they could kick an extra point.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reasoning behind.
I don't either, but
it worked.
And it's 15-0 in favor of the Senators. 1:07 to play in the opening quarter. You're watching the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
Join us for a free women's self-defense seminar at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Jonesboro on Saturday, September 21st. This is known to be the most effective martial arts for self-defense. Scan the code to learn more and reserve your spot now.
The JHS Touchdown Club is a group of parent volunteers who are committed to supporting the students, faculty, and administration of the Jonesboro Public Schools. The Touchdown Club wishes the Hurricane good luck in today's game.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Coverage of our Suncom Media and NEA Sports football game of the week. Robinson coming to town to take on the Hurricane here at Cooksey Johns Field. And we are 1:07 away from closing out this opening quarter, and it has been all Robinson in terms of the score. It's 15-0.
Well, it was all Jonesboro on their initial possession, a great drive going, but they fumbled a handoff, scoop and score, and it's been all Robinson ever since.
Deepest kick of the night, and a great job to get an immediate stop of Kellen Smith. That was Jordan Thomas actually on the tackle.
Running back Jordan Thomas with a great job. Kellen Smith is a tremendous athlete for the Hurricane. You know him from the basketball court.
Jordan Thomas, man, he is fast.
They got 4 or 5, like I said, water bug looking athletes. Very, very quick.
I mean, he is lightning fast. That's pretty impressive. Here we go. Hand off to Brown. Brown goes. Brown finds a hole. He's still on his feet, and a great job crossing the 40-yard line. Finally brought down at the 42, and T.J. Brown with his biggest gain of the night.
Good second effort that time, but at the initial line of scrimmage, Jonesboro once again won the battle in the trenches. Big hole for T.J. Brown, and nice run after he got an open field.
Go right back to him. Brown, this time brought down close to the 45. They're going to say it's the 44-yard line. And that may be the last play of the quarter, Steve. Well, they look like they're going to try and get another one in here.
Well, they don't have to. The play clock is.
They're going to, though.
They will. I mean, you're down 15. Yeah. You need to get as many offensive snaps as you can.
Quick pass over to the sidelines, and down the sidelines he goes into Robinson territory and out of bounds at the 42.
Kamari Fisher with the good job, good quick pass off by Myers, and another first down for the Hurricane.
And the clock shows 0. That is the end of the first quarter. It is Robinson 15, Jonesboro nothing on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Health Care is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Back here at Cooksey Johns, a good shot of the field there on our field camera. And as you see there, the shot of the, what is that, the east end zone, that new facility that they have built, a multi-million-dollar facility. Super, super nice, Steve. Have you been in there?
I have. That's where they play volleyball, and, I PA for the volleyball teams.
Oh, okay.
They had the volleyball 100-year celebration in there last week, and pretty exciting environment. Very loud in there. The acoustics are very conducive to crowd noise. And a beautiful view from if you're watching a football game from up there.
So they will swap sides of the football field. 2nd down and 7. Clock running. P.J. Brown will hang out next to Myers, and Myers will hand off to Brown, who gets tripped up on the very beginning there. And
I don't know if he tripped over Myers' feet or just.
Yeah. There's a full shot of the facility. That's nice. I mean, that's college level right there.
That's big time. And what it does, it makes it a more intimate environment here at Cooksey John Field. Increases crowd noise bouncing off that facility, and it also adds about 1,000 seats on, maybe not that much. I'd say 500 seats.
Pass caught, and a great job by Kevin Deuce Williams, that is, to
bring down Marion Taylor, tight end, on the reception.
That could have here's the thing, it could have at least been another couple yards, but he wrapped him up real quick. And
Marion Taylor's a big boy, too.
Yeah.
He starts in the middle for Jonesboro's basketball team and does a good job from his tight end position, but even a better job by the Senator defense.
3rd down, and
do we have a flag on the field? The referees are in discussion.
They're taking some time, and they're
Jonesboro's pointing that it's a penalty against Robinson.
It's going to be.
Oh, a big one.
Personal foul. How about that? So, ball currently is at the 38, and that should move it on up to the 23.
Well, instead of 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 6, it'll be for 1st and 10 for the Hurricane deep in Robinson territory.
They're still taking some time. I don't understand. They've made the call. What else is there to talk about, Steve?
Well, maybe it's a spot foul. They're talking about where the penalty occurred. But they are taking some time.
Well, let's get it right. I respect that.
But at some point, you got to make a decision.
Yeah, you do. The game's already started, 20 minutes late.
Exactly. It's been a good game, very competitive. Both squads very effective offensively for the most part. And the referee having trouble with his microphone.
Yeah, he's struggled with that tonight. Ball's going to be actually placed at the 24-yard line, it looks like.
You are correct, Ryan, but it's still a 1st down and 10.
Big change of events right there from 3rd and 6 now to 1st and 10. And bottom line here for the Hurricane, they need to get in that end zone. Myers will he play action and gets it to Smith. Smith is going to be brought down, but not before he crosses the 20, and ball will be about the 18, it appears.
Well, I said we'd see a lot of that out of the Hurricane. A very quick pass out on the flats trying to get the ball in the hands of the athletes in the open field, and it's been very advantageous for Jonesboro on this drive specifically.
And, I mean, I don't think that's any secret that that's one of the primary ways Jonesboro throws the football. What you got to be careful on with the speed of Robinson is a pick six when you're throwing like that. If you get too predictable, their handoff goes to Brown, and not much. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 yards per the Aaron Lowe, the PA guy. I'll take his word for it. It looks like about 3.5, but
Jonesboro trying to draw Robinson off sides. Worked a hard signal, hard count. Did not work. They're looking over to
quick pass over to the sidelines, and that is pass interference. That's a good call. He had his hands on him, and really I think he might have drug one of his arms down as he was going to make the catch. I don't know if he would have made the catch or not, but that's kind of mute at this point.
You are correct. It's going to be 1st down for Jonesboro, so another big penalty against the Robinson defense.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking an awful lot about this as well. I didn't see it because it's too it's out of my sight, but is there any chance it was offensive?
Well, I'm not going to lie. There is a chance it might be. Let's find out. Okay, it is against the defense. Because, you're right. I mean, a receiver can push off sometimes, but it appeared that he kind of maybe got his arm held. Really could have made an argument that it was actual holding. But
well, if the ball's in the air, it's interference. He's Jonesboro with their spread look.
Runs out of room. That's the problem. They ran to the short side of the field, and there was nowhere to go.
Good job pursued by the Senator defense that time.
So we are back in the Glen-Sane red zone. Jonesboro is 0 for 1 in that red zone so far.
Not only 0 for 1 in the red zone, but fumbled the ball that Robinson picked up and went 90 yards. So a big turn of events last time Jonesboro was in the Glen-Sane red zone.
2nd and 8. Myers throws to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
That was a poor decision. He actually had a good open receiver in the flats.
Yeah, you're right.
Kellen Smith was about 5 yards deep, but probably could have scored if Myers could have seen him wide open.
Yep, you're 100% right on that.
It's a lot easier up here in the booth, though, Ryan.
For sure.
I promise you that.
Yeah, we don't have those the big uglies breathing down our neck, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty big and pretty ugly.
All right, Myers on a screen. The pass is way high. Smith does all he can to get some kind of yardage, but that play became fairly non-existent on the throw. It never gave Smith a chance to get his feet really set to take off.
You see Jonesboro's field goal unit coming on the field.
Well, you got to take some points.
Oh, yeah.
Right here.
The Jonesboro desperately needs to score to stay in this ball game.
And that is going to be, again, Marco Cisneros. Big kicker. Reminds me of
Janikowski.
Yes.
Sebastian Janikowski.
Yep, that's 100% who it is.
I don't even know who he played for in the pros.
I can't remember.
Played for Florida State.
Yep. They're faking. It's a fake, and they're going to get – oh, no, look at this.
That's 2 forward passes.
It is, and that's incomplete. I don't know, Steve. I take
it was a bad
snap.
Right there. It wasn't a called fake.
Yeah, okay. All right, there you go.
I saw a low snap, at least from my vantage point. That's what I thought I saw.
Well, regardless, 8:17 to play. It's 15-0. Robinson on the Suncom Media, NEA Sports Network. We're gonna have a look at the replay on that last play just to see how we may or may not. There it is.
You'll see the bad snap.
Yeah, you're gonna see.
There's a forward pass there,
which is okay.
But the second one's
this
not.
one is not.
It was incomplete anyway, so it's a moot point. But there was a penalty marker thrown on the field.
So
high school football has changed. Excuse me, Ryan. They'll take over from the line of scrimmage, so they'll have first down and 10. The ball's at the 8-yard line. Used to, it came out to the 20.
Well, now, is that because there was not a field goal attempt on that last play? Is that why they're where they're at right now?
You were probably correct.
I think that's probably what it is.
Wow. Ryan corrected.
It's a rarity I get to correct you.
No.
Usually you're always having to correct me, but I really think that's probably what it was.
I think you're exactly
right. If they missed, then they would have brought it out to the 20.
Exactly. You are correct.
So, but they've got some breathing room after that play. It's 2nd down and 4. They got trips to the right side of the field. And they'll go handoff. Looks like almost a delayed handoff, but it is a first down.
Gives out to the 20-yard line. First down in yardage. A big first down just to give them a little breathing room. Once again on the carry was Jordan Thomas, one of those water bug running backs for Robinson.
Braden Tyson.
Big first down just to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost. Braden Tyson, a quarterback for the Senators. Done a good job so far tonight.
He has.
More of a game manager, at least so far.
Oh, man, that is a gaping hole, and you don't have to give him much. And if he finds any kind of room at all, I'm telling you, it's like a rocket ship, Steve. Look at this.
Great replay.
Run.
Great job blocking on the offensive line. Boy, he has that explosion right there.
Yeah.
Knows what to do with the football in the open field.
Well, they hadn't had an answer for him yet.
That's Jordan Thomas, the Senator running back, doing a great job.
Play clock getting close to the 10-second mark, but they're ready to go.
Thomas not big in stature, but Barry Sanders said they don't make those holes up and down. They
That's right.
Make them big enough for him to get through.
Now we got a false start penalty.
It's hard to get to the top.
So back up Robinson. It'll be 1st and 15.
Robinson with a few penalties so far. Jonesboro, I do not believe, had a penalty. Ball's at the 32 where Joe T. Robinson will have first down and 15. Used to be Pulaski Robinson. I'm showing my age again.
Pass going to the far side of the field, and it's incomplete.
No chance to catch the ball. The ball was thrown widely. Brings up 2nd down and 15. So a great opportunity right here, Ryan, for Jonesboro's defense to stiffen up and give them the ball back with plenty of time to get some more points on the board or get some points, period, on the board.
All right. Tyson Braden alone in the backfield. He throws, got a man, and a good job to drop him. Actually drug forward just a little bit, so he'll get an extra yard or two out of it, but it is 3rd down.
That's Sam King, who we mentioned played fullback a while ago for the Hurricane with a good tackle in the open field. They get about half the yardage for a first down. Brings up 3rd down, 7. Robinson in no hurry right here.
Now, do we call them the dog pound at a football game?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I thought so.
They're the dog pound.
Wherever
Indian.
they go.
They were alive and well at both volleyball games I've called so far for Jonesboro.
Timeout taken for Robinson. We'll take 1, 2, and be back here in a moment on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
America is a great country. It's a country that believes that its former Olympic athletes should lead the parade. It's a country that looks and admires the dedication and the athleticism of the participants. And it's a country that never mocks our religious symbols. Here at the Central Dealerships, we support our great Olympic athletes and we support our great nation.
Got a score update on the south side of town. Valley View is absolutely spanking Searcy right now, 35-0 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, Steve.
Well, Ryan, you and I were talking off air. Valley View's a pretty good football team.
Well, Drew Gartman has had a stud performance at quarterback tonight, about 200 yards rushing, about 125 in the air, and 4 touchdowns. He is a player to keep your eye on. Throw, going deep, wide open, caught, and a huge gain for Robinson, and it will be placed at the 30-yard line, and Robinson's driving again. Nice passing catch.
That was our man Jordan Thomas out of the backfield that time for Robinson, and a nice throw as you see here on the Central Dealership replay.
It's a really
goes up
good
and
pass.
high points the ball. Great catch as well, and a big first down. Here with 5.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Now, Steve, I don't know. Yeah, not going to get much there. I don't know how much NFL you watch, but I'm just going to tell you, Jordan Thomas is not a very big kid at all, but he looks, because that was him on the catch, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he looked like Tyreek Hill right there. Tyreek's not a big
Well,
kid.
he reminds me of Barry Sanders
Well,
running the football.
you could say that,
That's
too.
A pretty good analogy
Yeah,
to be mentioned in the same breath.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest.
He will be inducted in the Oklahoma State Hall of Fame tomorrow, actually.
I can't believe it's taken that long to
Oh,
make
I'm
that happen. That's
flabbergasted
crazy.
it's taken that long.
I mean, he's been an NFL Hall of Famer for years.
Good job by Jonesboro defensively. Brings up third down, 11 for the Senators. The ball just right outside the Hurricane 30-yard line.
Well, they don't have to get it all right here, Steve. This is 4-down territory.
Definitely.
So, they're going to pass, screen play, and it's intercepted. How about that? And he's got one guy to beat, and he will not do it. You have got to credit Tyson Braden big time right there on that tackle. But what an interception.
Well, the ball was tipped right out of Braden's hand. I did not see which Hurricane tipped the ball initially, but a big interception.
Right here. Wow. But look at this tackle right here, too. I mean, there's three good plays, actually. The tip, the interception, and then the tackle.
KJ Anderson on the interception. Great tackle. Plenty of time for Jonesboro. Over 4 minutes left to go on the clock, and Robinson will take your timeout, Ryan.
Yes, they will, and we will too. 4:04 to play in the first half. 15-0 Robinson on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Good play by Jonesboro on first down.
Quick right back to Brown. Brown's got the first down and then some. He'll be stopped right at the 25-yard line. And here we are again, Steve. Jonesboro inching towards that red zone. They're 0 for 2 so far in the red zone. They have got to get some points right here.
Oh, no doubt. Big drive for the Hurricane.
Another quick run.
T.J. Brown.
I mean, it's going to be hard for me not to continue to do that
exactly.
little play. 5 yards at a time. That'll score you one quick. 2nd and 5.
Maybe sets up play action as well.
Taking some time looking over to the sidelines. Although the scoreboard says first down.
Scoreboard's incorrect.
And here's the other thing, though. The
Yard
chain
marker
gain
does.
is not right either. So what is
No,
it?
no.
That's showing 2nd and short. Was there a false, some kind of
no penalty,
an offsides called on
no
that?
penalty, just a 5-yard run by
Okay.
T.J. Brown.
Well, I think it's 3rd and 2. I do not think it's 2nd and 2. Pass by Myers, and what a hit, but that's good enough for a Hurricane first down and move the chain. So whether it was 2nd or 3rd and 2, it won't matter. Boy, he paid the price for that catch, though.
And that's the sophomore Cam Davis with a great catch and a big hit by the Robinson defense, but first down and 10 in the Glen St. red zone.
Crosses the 5 down to probably the 4. And 2 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the half.
Jonesboro not in their 2-minute offense, but a little sense of urgency, and it's been good for the Hurricane offense.
High snap, flag, and it's going to
Motion.
be a false start.
Yeah, not everybody was set offensively for the Hurricane.
And that's the downside of running that hurry up. You've got to get set. You
Got to be disciplined.
Yeah, and they've struggled with that at times tonight. Now you're going to be backed up 5 yards, 2nd and 10. From
That's
the
a
10.
killer when you're goal to goal.
Yeah.
A 5-yard penalty.
Actually, 2nd and 9. The ball was at the 4 and brought back to the 9. So 2nd and goal from the 9 inside the Glen St. red zone yet again. They are 0 for 2 trying to end that
Drought.
streak.
Good shot of Marion Taylor, the big Hurricane tight end there in the middle of your screen.
Hand off again to Brown. Brown out of room. They close the gaps real quick. And the tackle made by Darnell Clark.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal to goal from the 8-yard line. So a big play right now for the Hurricane. Ryan, it would not surprise me if they're in a 4-down, not 4-down territory, but a 4-down situation here, down 15 in the first half. Trying to draw Robinson off sides. Brown flanked to Myers' left hip.
That was a handoff again. That kind of surprises me to not go to the air right there.
I've talked about him a couple of times. This big Domino Patterson, a junior, but Ronnie 6'5", 331, penetrates for the Senators defensively. Big stop. It's going to be 4th down.
4th and 8, 35 seconds on the game clock, 18 on the play clock, and you've got to believe they're going to the air on this play.
I bet they try to draw them off sides. If that doesn't work, kick a field goal.
Well, I would take the points.
Got
sure.
to come away with points. Bad snap on the last
They're
field
going
goal
to take
to
a
10.
timeout.
Yeah, they were just letting as much time run off the clock as possible.
All right, 16 seconds to play. We'll take a quick break and be back here in just a moment.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face. Because our first job isn't selling anything. It's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks. Our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
Back here in Cooksey Johns, they are going for it here on 4th down.
Still
Steve,
wouldn't surprise if they don't try a hard count. They have another timeout.
They do. I want the points, but no, they're going. They're going all the way. Throw to the end zone. Touchdown. What do I know? How about that?
That's
Kellen
why we're
Smith.
up here. That's why we're up here. The first score for the Hurricane tonight. Kellen Smith on a little slant route. You'll see at the bottom of your screen. Smith going across the middle, and Myers threads the needle. Linebacker right there. But Myers able to give Smith the ball. Big touchdown for the Hurricane.
Yeah, they needed that without question, and they will kick the extra point here with 11 seconds to go. It's a high snap again, and that one through the uprights. It's 15-7, but the Hurricane, it took nearly the entire half to get on the board, but they did it, and they've cut this lead down to 1 score on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
I know the EV autos are new and customers have a lot of questions. The EVs can be perfect for some customers, but they hesitate to buy one. Listen to this. The all-new Chevrolet Blazer, over $50,000 price, you can lease for as little as $399 per month. You will have questions and we can give you the details. This is the way to drive a new EV for $399 per month with a small initial fee. At the end of the lease, turn it in. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
We have returned here to Cooksey Johns Field. It is Robinson 15, Jonesboro 7. Jonesboro just put points on the board. They went for it on 4th down from the 8-yard line on an 8-yard reception by Kellen Smith from Asa Myers. And, Steve, we're nearing to the point of halftime, and you sat down with
Dr. Brad Fott, who's the executive principal here at the Academies of Jonesboro High School. It's quite a mouthful, but I love Brad Fott. I've known him forever. He played a big role in getting me my first job out of college at MacArthur. I volunteered when I was in college under Brad at MacArthur. So he and I go way, way back. It was in the early 90s. But Brad is very well spoken. He's obviously intelligent. He's got a doctorate. Does a great job here at Jonesboro High School. So all that to be said, stick around for the halftime interview.
There's a kick that will be caught at the 19-yard line, and explosive run by Thomas, but he's met and actually avoided the first guy, but dropped the second time. 4 seconds to play, and let's see if Robinson elects to just take a knee and go to the locker room, or they'll run a play.
I figured that what happened with an 8-point lead, Robinson will get the ball. You remember, Ryan, they deferred after winning the coin toss, so they'll receive the ball to open up the second half of play.
You said he is the executive director of principals?
Executive principal of the Academy of Jonesboro.
Okay.
And he explains the title in his interview. So, like I said, Dr. Fott, very well spoken, a great friend of mine, and it's a very good interview coming up at halftime.
Okay.
Well, it looks like they may try to fling it out.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a couple of these, they're taking the knee.
Boy,
they're bending the knee.
I question that formation to take a knee, but anyway, it's halftime.
Yep, it is, and Jonesboro is going to carry some momentum into the half. Down by 8, 15-7 Robinson. It's been a good first half. Again, halftime interview. Steve Clayton interviews Dr. Brad Fott here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
America is a great country. It's a country that believes that its former Olympic athletes should lead the parade. It's a country that looks and admires the dedication and the athleticism of the participants. And it's a country that never mocks our religious symbols. Here at the Central Dealerships, we support our great Olympic athletes and we support our great nation.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face. Because our first job isn't selling anything. It's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks. Our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
I know the EV autos are new and customers have a lot of questions. The EVs can be perfect for some customers, but they hesitate to buy one. Listen to this. The all-new Chevrolet Blazer, over $50,000 price, you can lease for as little as $399 per month. You will have questions and we can give you the details. This is a way to drive a new EV for $399 per month with a small initial fee. At the end of the lease, turn it in. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Hello everyone, welcome to Halftime. Once again, I'm Steve Clayton, joined today by one of my favorite people in the whole world, Dr. Brad Fault. Dr. Fault is the executive principals here at the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Dr. Fault, talk to us about your title, the Academies of Jonesboro High School. What all does that entail?
Well, my title, like I said, is it's a pretty fancy title, but it's I'm basically the principal, the main principal here. And, you know, the academy models we went to quite a few years ago, it's been very successful. It's interesting, the state's kind of adopting that model now. But what we try to do, we're so big, we try to make when you do an academy model, you try to make a big campus up and make really 3 small families. We've got the BCAL, we've got the STEM Academy, we've got the HHS Academy. And what we do is we try to put, you know, roughly a third of our groups in each one. And it's a way that a lot of schools will make big schools smaller. What we try to do, it's all targeted toward career choices. We try to put kids in a track where they've got some interest, where when they finish they can do something. They can go to college, different things like that. And it's interesting because we've got kids right now at Jonesboro High School that can go ahead and take classes at ASU at a reduced rate. A kid could actually get an associate's degree at ASU while attending Jonesboro High School for about $100 a semester or a course. We've got the vocational center next door, which is it's like a part of the JHS family. Our kids can weld, they can work on cars, they can do culinary arts, they can learn a lot of different skills, which is very valuable. The state now is requiring that kids get into some kind of vocational track. I'm afraid it's going to limit us because we've got so many opportunities for our kids, because they've got like 6 specific tracks they're trying to get kids in. It makes sense from their end of it, but these other small schools just can't offer what we offer. So I'm afraid it's going to limit our kids.
We'll talk about the size of Jonesboro High School. One way to keep it intimate, though, is to break it into 3 different parts.
Yes.
So dependent upon a good staff, talk to us about the principals of each academy.
Well, each academy principal, they're basically the principal of their academy. I mean, they run it. They've got their own kids, and they're going to run anywhere from, 400 students to roughly 600 kids, with HHS being the biggest. They've all got their own career coach. They've all got their own counselor. They've all got their principal. They've all got their own secretary. So they've got their own little family, and we hope they get connected with that. We've got 1,537 kids right now, and we're still enrolling. That is a record. I mean, we've shattered records at Jonesboro High School for that. And there's been some concern. We've talked about, we moved down to football this year to 6A. I don't know how the next cycle we won't be 7A again. If you combine the 9th grades with us right now, we're probably 2,200 kids. What people don't know, Steve, and don't think about a lot, our VOTEC, or I say VOTEC, I'm old school. It's the area technical center, but the area technical center has about 1,100 kids. Now 600 are our kids, but at any given time, we've got 2,000 to 2,100 kids on this campus. It's a lot of people.
So much good stuff here at Jonesboro High School. Stay right there. I'll be right back with Dr. Brad Fault, the executive principal here at the Academies of Jonesboro High School.
Join us for a free women's self-defense seminar at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Jonesboro on Saturday, September 21st. This is known to be the most effective martial arts for self-defense. Scan the code to learn more and reserve your spot now.
The JHS Touchdown Club is a group of parent volunteers who are committed to supporting students, faculty, and administration of the Jonesboro Public Schools. The Touchdown Club wishes the Hurricane good luck in today's game.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
If it seems like our Roof Raider trucks are everywhere,
Well, we kind of are.
at Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
At Glen Sain, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money and you get the Glen Sain service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sain, and God bless our troops.
Welcome back with my halftime guest. Once again, it's Dr. Brad Fault, the executive principal here at the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Before the break, we talked to us about the growth, or you talked to us about the growth and what all's going on here. But Dr. Brad Fault, Brad to me, we go back a long way, Dr. Fault. Talk to us about your personal history and how you ended up as an executive principal here at the Academies of Jonesboro High School.
Well, I've had a long journey. This is my 39th year in education. The first year coming out of college, I worked at Valley View and taught for a year at Valley View, and people were great to me out there, had a great experience. Didn't coach like I wanted to at that time. Ended up at Westside the next year and coached football, basketball, and helped with the little baseball out there. It was a great experience again, good people. Mr. Cooper, one of my favorite men in the world. And then got hired. Superintendent, yes, sir, Grover Cooper. Great man. He was one of my mentors. And then came to Jonesboro. And after being out of college for 2 years, got to come back home and got to go to MacArthur Junior High. I remember talking to Coach Riggs when he hired me, said I could either go to MacArthur and be the head coach, or I could be an assistant at Andy Camp, and told me I wasn't going to win a game at MacArthur, and I proved him wrong. We went 5-3-1 and had a great year, and then came back second year, won the conference championship. That's when you worked with me, and then spent a third year coaching football, and it's probably 3 of the most fun years of my career.
Well, I was your successor at MacArthur, and you're right. Coaching junior high football is wonderful, and I enjoyed it as well. And very appreciative to you. You probably had a big role in me getting the job at MacArthur. So 3 years coaching at MacArthur. Where from there?
Well, then I was 27 years old. I went to Andy Camp, got hired by Jim Ellis, who was another one of my mentors, and. That was 4 good years over there, and I learned. I realize now, I tell him all the time, because he works at the high school with me now, I'm like, Jim, what in the world were you thinking, hiring me at 27 years old? And worked hard and really learned a whole lot. Went from there, got accepted at Arkansas State, and I guess was blessed because I started working on my doctorate, and went to 6th grade center, and I was a building principal there, and I really at the time thought, I don't really know about working with elementary kids, and that was 8 really good years, and it enabled me to do my coursework, because we didn't have all the ball game duties and stuff. So that was an interesting time. Then I was approached about going to MacArthur, back home, and I was principal there for 17 years. Spent a lot of years at MacArthur, and then got approached about an opportunity to come to Jonesboro High School, which really had never been anything that I had aspired to do, and once again, Lord put you where you need to be, because it's been a blessing for me to be here the last 5 years, and I've really enjoyed it.
Now, before the break, we talked about the growth and everything that's gone on so far. Talk to us about the future, both yours and the future of the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Where do you see it 5 years from now?
Well, I mean, this is the first time in 5 years that I was kidding, that our campus is complete. We've had 2 or 3 major building projects, and when you're trying to get into some kind of routine to constantly be moving and changing, because the building was tough. So now our building's complete. We've got 2 or 3 other things going. I think that's going to be a big piece, but we're going to keep growing our programs. We're going to give our kids more and more opportunities. I mean, there's tremendous opportunities already in this campus. I mean, I can't even keep up with all the opportunities our kids have, and I facetiously laugh. If you can't fit in at Jonesboro High School or find your niche, you're in trouble. We've got swimming, we've got wrestling, we've got girls wrestling, we've got an esports team, we've got football, basketball, we've got some of the finest band, choir students in there, great art programs. You can get on a bus, go to ASU and take class at ASU. You can learn to weld. You can learn to. We've got kids that are doing all kinds of stuff outside of school, and we're very proud of that. But it's unlimited opportunities, and we're always looking for more opportunities for kids.
Well, the success of Jonesboro High School is largely dependent upon you. Dr. Fault, I appreciate it. I always enjoy visiting with you.
Appreciate your friendship.
We'll be right back with the first half stats and the second half kickoff, so stay right there.
Join us for a free women's self-defense seminar at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Jonesboro on Saturday, September 21st. This is known to be the most effective martial arts for self-defense. Scan the code to learn more and reserve your spot now.
The JHS Touchdown Club is a group of parent volunteers who are committed to supporting students, faculty, and administration of the Jonesboro Public Schools. The Touchdown Club wishes the Hurricane good luck in today's game.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
We are back here live at Cooksey Johns Field, and it is the Robinson Senators leading it 15-7. And Steve, we are now they haven't put the extra 3 minutes up like they normally do.
That drives
yet,
me
so
crazy.
I know,
but
me too.
It's pretty standard now.
It is. I don't think I've been to a high school game, and well, since we've been doing this for sure, and haven't noticed that occur.
Well, the rationale is they have a certain amount of time to get on the field.
Right.
And then
you get 3 more to warm up.
To warm up, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 15-7, Ryan. Right now, Jonesboro in the red zone twice, deep in Senator territory, unable to come away with points on 2 of the 3 Glen St. red zone trips. We got a good ball game, is my point.
Yeah.
Jonesboro very easily could be ahead in this game. Right now, they're behind the score in a 2-point conversion, so look for a good competitive second half. Robinson once again deferred the coin toss, so they'll get the ball to start the second half of action.
Well, and a couple of points that I want to make here about Robinson is that they've only got 1 offensive touchdown. I mean, they had a scoop, a 90-yard scoop and score on a fumble recovery. And we've talked a lot about the speed and athleticism and how they've looked good on offense, but at the end of the day, they've only got 1 offensive touchdown, so we got to credit the Jonesboro defense for stepping up. And you know they had the 1 drive that they just scooted right on down the field and scored. But aside from that, the Hurricane defense came away with a big interception. And really, Steve, if it's not for Braden Tyson's
that would have been a pick
game
six.
saving, at the point. I don't know if I'm going to call it game-saving.
Touchdown-saving.
Yeah, I mean, touchdown-saving tackle. He's the guy that threw the pick, and he was the first to, actually was the last opportunity.
The only
to tackle.
chance.
Yeah, and he had him by the shirt or the shirt and drug him down. But it's been a good ball game. We've seen a lot of different things tonight, right?
Well, it's been a very competitive game, and truth be known, I thought Robinson came in here with a little upper hand as far as talent and all that, because Tyler George has done a good job to get the Hurricane ready. There on your screen you see offensive coordinator Michael Metter for the Hurricane. He's called a good game. Like I said, Jonesboro very deep in Robinson territory twice. And both times came away without any points. Had a botch field goal attempt and then the scoop and score like you were talking about, Ryan. So Jonesboro very much in this game. Ryan, I told you off air, this first possession by Robinson will go a long way either way if they're able to score or if Jonesboro's able to get a defensive stand.
Well, yeah, no question about that. We've seen a little bit of everything here, about 20 seconds now from the start of the second half. And, if Jonesboro went into the halftime locker room, I feel like they carried all the momentum in the
had
locker
a
room
late
on that
score
last
in the
score.
first half.
Yeah.
Scored with 11 seconds left to go in the first half.
And let it also be known, if you haven't been watching, they scored on a 4th and 8. So as their last chance again, they were about to be 0 for 3.
You and I both called a field goal.
Yeah, I would have taken the points and been happy with it, but
because we have a lot of football to play.
Yeah, and but you know what? Tyler George had a play dialed up. He liked his chances, and he also went to his best receiver too.
Best athlete in the school, as Brad Vaught told you at halftime. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler George told you in the coaches show. Kellen Smith, probably the best basketball player, returning probably the best athletic receiver, and showed you there on 4th and 8 with a scoring touchdown reception. He's pretty good at football also.
That he is, and he's going to have to get even more involved, I would think, if they're going to find a way to tie or take the lead here in the second half.
Robinson with one long pass completion.
Yeah.
Besides that, neither team has thrown the ball downfield successfully or even attempted to throw the ball down the field much at all.
My question for you, Steve, what do you do? Is there anything you do differently here in the second half if you're Jonesboro?
I don't know if play action pass, and like I said, try to stretch the field out on that.
That's what I was wondering if you were going to say. They've yet to try to stretch the field, and just to keep maybe Robinson honest.
Exactly. And Myers has the ability to throw the ball deep, and obviously Kelvin Smith with a little bit of speed. He's got some other targets out there, but this possession by Robinson will be very, very key in the outcome of this football game.
Oh, my. And they are lucky to have the football, Robinson, that is. They bobbled it, and then you talk about a massive hit.
Jordan Thomas, and we bragged on him all first half, but wow, that was nearly a very crucial mistake. And it is costly for the Senators. They'll start this position at their own 15-yard line.
No doubt about that. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15. First offensive play coming here to start the second half. Going to go handoff, first play, cut back. He's got a gain, and he is slammed down to the turf, a gain of about 4.
Big tackle that time by a big defensive tackle, Desmond Golden.
Tyson back out of the gun. He's been in the gun almost all night.
That's a pistol formation. The running back, Jordan Thomas, right behind
Oh, you
Tyson.
are right. He is. I'm at an odd angle here, and
This press box is this field is immaculate.
I need to look
New
at my monitor. that told the tale right there. You're right out of the pistol. Pass complete, and a nice job by the defender to stop him dead in his tracks. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 pass, good for positive yardage, but a big 3rd down here on the initial series of downs for the Senators.
Well, Abrams may be a bit more of a power runner for them. But they've got...
This time Thomas on the
left
hip of Braden. Oh, a little reverse action.
Yes, sir, but nowhere.
Good job. Great job.
Wow, that is a great defensive stop by the Hurricane. They sniffed that out from the very beginning. So 3 and out go the Senators, and Jonesboro continues to have the momentum as they carry it over into the second half.
Well, like I said, that was a big possession to set the tone here in the second half. Jamarion Lockett does a great job of hitting a couple teammates with great penetration for the Hurricane. Force a punting situation for Robinson. Jonesboro should get the ball no worse than midfield.
And there's a flag.
Too many men were huddled up. They had 12 in the huddle.
You saw the guy over there trying to get off the field there on the far sideline.
But you can't even be in the huddle.
Nope. They figured it out.
So that will give Jonesboro an additional 5 yards. Both their return men will be at positive 45. That's Smith. Deep for the Hurricane.
Punt is going to land in Senator territory, and Jonesboro has unbelievable field position to start their first offensive possession here in the second half.
At the positive 40 is great field position once again for the Hurricane. See if they can capitalize.
We will be live from Pocahontas next week, Steve.
I look forward to going up there. They roll out the red carpet for us, and they do
sure
football right in Pocahontas, Lawrence County.
Is it Lawrence or Randolph?
That's Lawrence County. No, I think you're right. It is Randolph County. Lawrence County is Walnut Ridge and Hoxie. There you go.
Looky here. He's got one man to beat, but regardless, he gets it inside the 15, drug down to the 13-yard line.
TJ
a gain
Brown.
of 27 yards, and the Hurricane are in the Glen Sane red zone.
For the fourth time tonight, they've come away with one score. What a great run on first down. A great job of blocking, specifically by the right side of the Hurricane offensive line. Ooh.
They go right back to it, and this time a big loss. Good job there to try to get a yard back, but after probably his biggest run of the night, he's hit for one of his worst.
Good penetration by Cam Harper, the defensive tackle for the Senators.
Back out of the gun. Myers looks to the sidelines.
TJ Brown on his right hip looks for the play call as well. Coach Carter Callahan signals in the plays for the Hurricane. He's the running back coach for Jonesboro.
Pass going deep, end zone, one-on-one, and incomplete. Good coverage.
Threw up a jump ball that time. Was that Smith? No, that was Marion Taylor, the big tight end.
Yep, 6'1", 230. And needed that pass to go more to the outside and just couldn't get it there. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. You're in field goal range as well. But obviously shooting for that first down. Myers back out of the gun. Myers scrambles and is in trouble. He's got some
room to run.
He does, and he's gonna do it, but he's out of bounds and he kind of ran out of room, and we've got a flag. I think this could be a hold.
Probably is, as Myers got it around the right end. So many times an offensive lineman will grab the jersey, trying to keep the defender on the inside.
It's bad about if it's a hold, it's going to back them up 10 and make things a lot more difficult.
Well, it'll give Jonesboro another down, but it'll probably take them out of field goal range.
Yeah, that's the thing. So now you got to shoot for getting back maybe into field goal range instead of looking at a first down.
And has it been called? We don't know for sure.
No, I'm making an assumption.
Wow, Jones.
Okay. Wow. Here's the call.
We assumed it was a hold. Now we're assuming
foul,
it's against.
No, it's a hold on the defense.
Hold.
How about that?
I didn't see it. I was watching Myers rotate it
Yeah.
around the right side. Obviously, the D-back grabbed a hold of a would-be receiver.
That's a big break. And for the third time tonight, Steve, on third or fourth down, Robinson is flagged and gives the Hurricane.
It won't be an automatic
No,
first
it's
down,
not.
but it'll be third down and
That's
3.
I hate that. I hate that rule. That is only in high school. That's an automatic first down, is it not, in college and the pros? I'm 95% sure it is.
In the pros, I know it is.
I'm pretty sure it is in college, too. I don't know
The
what makes
defensive
high
holding
school
probably.
different. Yep, so it's going to be 3rd and 6. So I'm corrected.
It's a spot foul.
Yep.
So
3rd
it
and
obviously
6.
occurred in the backfield. Marion Taylor goes in motion.
They go handoff and
Great
nowhere to go.
penetration.
Nowhere to go at all.
I've called his name a couple times as big defensive tackle Patterson on the penetration.
Well, and it seems like several times on third down tonight, Jonesboro's tried to run the football, and Robinson's defense has been very good against the run on third down.
Well, a little stunt there on the defensive line. A good call by the defensive coordinator for Robinson.
All right, so Marco Cisneros back out there again to try the field goal attempt.
A 28-29-yard field goal attempt.
That
Good
was a good snap, and it is through the uprights, and it is 15-10. And the Hurricane continue to cut into this lead with 7:41 to play here in the quarter. Robinson leads it. We'll be back in just a moment.
Join us for a free women's self-defense seminar at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Jonesboro on Saturday, September 21st. This is known to be the most effective martial arts for self-defense. Scan the code to learn more and reserve your spot now.
Back here in Cooksey Johns, Jonesboro has scored 10 unanswered points. The latest comes on a field goal from the one and only Marco Cisneros.
Well, I commented off air. It almost looked like a scrimmage stop. No action at all. As far as the defensive rush, or a lot of action on the line of scrimmage. But nonetheless, the field goal was good, and Jonesboro with another score to lessen this deficit.
They will kick it deep. It's going to land at the 15.
Ooh.
Player's helmet comes off, and he's going down the sideline. Spin move. Great move by Thomas.
Jordan Thomas, we've called his name often. He actually botched the opening kickoff of the second half. There is a penalty marker on the field, Ryan.
Yeah, and it came in about 5 seconds ago. I mean, there was really.
The JHS touchdown.
This is unreal. Boom. And he basically tripped himself up. Explosive, though. But there was literally two guys around the official. Oh. And so the call, Steve, because I don't know if we can hear it here on the air, illegal participation. I noticed the player's helmet come off, and he just kept going. He was trying to make a tackle.
You can't attempt to make a tackle without a helmet on.
I mean, I gotta.
That's a rough penalty, but
it is, and you gotta credit the kid.
Well,
he probably doesn't even know that's a rule. I mean, you think some of these kids might not even know that's a rule.
You know,
it's
a hard penalty. Yeah. You're trying to do your job.
Yeah.
But it gives Robinson the possession in Hurricane territory.
They go handoff. That's Abrams, and he still on his feet, pushing forward, and all the way down inside the 30 to the 28. That's going to be a first down.
Boy, that's a tremendous second effort by Abrams. A lot of times you see big offensive linemen push the pile. But I think that was mostly just second effort by Abrams.
Yeah, I think he did a good job of managing, number one, to stay on his feet. He might have got a little help there at the very end to get that big extra amount of yards. But credit goes to him for staying on his feet. Out of the pistol, handoff. That's Thomas, and he's going nowhere. They'll blow the whistle. No gain.
Sam King led the charge for the Hurricane defensively from his linebacker position. A great job of penetration by linebacker Sam King. Seen that young man grow up. Remember him playing junior high football as an 8th grader.
Well, Steve, I mentioned it's hot up here in this booth, and we're going to try something different. Roll the window up. How about that?
I'm all about being in the elements.
Well, we're closer to it now. All right. Play action. Throws deep into triple coverage, and the pass is incomplete. That was a dangerous pass.
Great job of converging on the football by the secondary of the Hurricane. Great coverage that time by the Hurricane defense.
There were two potential receivers. They had him covered, and then the guy underneath was also covered. So really there was no place for quarterback for Robinson, Tyson Braden, to go.
Third and 10.
And there's 5 seconds now on the play clock. They've got to hurry. I don't think they're going to get this thing off. 2, 1, and they're going to be penalized.
Wow. I figured they'd take a timeout. But they took a 5-yard penalty, which 3rd and 15.
Delay of game. Some confusion there for the Senators.
Obviously, this is no man's land once again. They'll have 2 downs to get the first down, but you hate to go backwards if you're a Senator.
No doubt. Staying in the pistol, Twins to the right. Pressure on the quarterback. Just a little short pass that will gain some yards.
Not many, though. Abrams on the reception.
Well, that's the only play he had, and you got to credit Braden for making the pass that he did to get some positive yardage and make this 4th down and a little bit more manageable.
I credit the defensive line. A great job penetration by the right side of the Hurricane defensive line.
No doubt about that. 6:02 on the clock. It is 4th down and 13, and Robinson's going to have to go right here in 4-down territory. Looking to pass. Got plenty of time. Fires, and it's going to be incomplete. That was short all the way. And they've got a man down. It looks like one of their offensive linemen. It's number 74.
Tremendous coverage that time by K.J. Anderson, the Hurricane linebacker. Good defensive series for the Hurricane.
Well, I'll tell you what. Other than that opening offensive possession that Robinson has had, they've not, Jonesboro's done a really good job of stopping them.
Jonesboro's come to play defensively, especially here in the second half of football. See if they can convert offensively now. Asa Myers once again back at quarterback. T.J. Brown, the running back for the Hurricane. Brown that time with a good hole on the right side, unable to keep his feet, but does get the ball out to the 40-yard line. Brown looks like he's shaking up a little bit.
Yeah, and he's coming off the field. He's
Walking
already
off, buddy.
he's already walking better than he did. Probably just a little tweak there. Looks like he's all right. So 2nd down and 4. Thomas will stand next to Myers. Kellen Smith over here by himself. Throw to the outside. Oh, fumble, and it goes out of bounds. Luckily for Jonesboro, it did get out of bounds because there was a Senator ready to scoop and score.
Kamari Fisher on the reception. No gain on the play. T.J. Brown back in the ball game, but Ryan, he's limping considerably.
Yeah, he sure is, and he's staying in, though.
Little gain on the last play. It's now 3rd down and about 2.5 for the Hurricane.
High snap. Somehow it is Brown that has the football in his hands, and they're just happy to maintain possession right now. Jonesboro will have to punt.
Have to punt. Boy, you hate that. Just a bad snap.
Yeah.
Kill the execution of the play.
There's been a few bad snaps tonight, Steve. It's
early in the year.
Yeah.
Jonesboro with his offense back on the field, but that doesn't mean anything because Asa Myers can punt out of this formation. Robinson with nobody deep, so hopefully Myers gets a punt off that will roll considerably.
They're sending somebody back. Kevin Williams.
Still not very deep.
No, he's not. And a whistle.
And that's advantageous for Jonesboro because the punt off the side of Myers' foot actually goes out of bounds to the midfield, but Jonesboro able to get a timeout before the ball snaps.
Okay, well, we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
The JHS Touchdown Club is a group of parent volunteers who are committed to supporting students, faculty, and administration of the Jonesboro Public Schools. The Touchdown Club wishes the Hurricane good luck in today's game.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
We have returned here to Cooksey Johns Field. Robinson 15, Jonesboro 10. Jonesboro has scored the last 10 points after Robinson opened up to the 15-0 lead. And the Hurricane now in a 4th and 6 situation. Asa Myers lined up out of the gun, but you would imagine he will punt the football. High snap. He gets it off quickly.
That one's going to roll.
It took a bad hop.
It's like a sandwich.
Yeah, I thought it was going to do the same, Steve, but it's going to be placed at about the 36-yard line. And
it was an end-over-end forward roll on the punt. I thought we were going to get a big bounce, but it bounced straight up, and Robinson has the ball at their own 37, so pretty good starting field position for Joe T. Robinson.
Very good field position. Several times tonight, both of these teams have had good starting field position and have just failed to do much with it.
Jonesboro with 2 big defensive stops on the last 2 Robinson's possessions, so maybe the Hurricane defensively has a little momentum and they get a break there.
And that's a little worrisome right there for Thomas. He comes up hobbling, and I don't know if his cleat kind of got stuck in the turf there or what, but that's one of those plays that'll scare you. He's hurting.
He's not cramping, so it tweaks an ankle or something negative carry on the play. Brings up second down and 11 for Robinson. Jonesboro with the one high, very deep safety.
Braden will hand off again. Finds a hole. Gain of about 6, and it's going to make it third down and 6.5, 7 yards.
Brashad Cunningham on the carry. Third down 6, third down 7 for the Senators. Boy, Brian, I apologize to our viewers once again. These numbers are tough to see for Pulaski, for Robinson.
They sure are. It says 3rd and 5 on the board, but it's 3rd and 6 for sure. They go with a sweep to the
fourth down. Jonesboro's defense does good.
Yeah.
Does good again. Now we got a flag, and we got flags. Now there's the coaches. Wow.
Boy. Yikes.
Jonesboro coaches doing a great job to keep the Hurricane on their sideline.
Yep. Very good. And I'll tell you this, a couple of Hurricanes got tangled up in that and threw their hands up in there like, wait a minute, I'm going to let these guys get penalized, if anything. Now, I don't know what's going to come out of all this because that was that kind of escalated quickly.
And that was after the play, so it'll be fourth down if it's against Robinson.
They're kind of getting together to try to figure this out.
Had a couple personal fouls on sportsmanlike conduct tonight and showing lack of discipline early in the 24 football season. What we have seen is the referees huddled quite a bit talking about it.
They definitely have done that.
They have quite a bit to sort out in this penalty, though, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, if it's offsetting penalties,
multiple personal fouls on both teams, that's going to offset things. Fourth down. So the big thing on that is you keep up with who's had personal fouls because you only get so many.
You get 2. Second one, you're gone.
You're gone. So
I'm sure the referees wrote down the numbers of those involved.
Yep. 4th and 3. Robinson, a low liner of a punt there that's going to roll and stop just short of the 15-yard line, and Jonesboro has 85 yards to go if they're going to score some points.
Well, they've been pretty effective both offensively and defensively here in the second half, so Jonesboro see what they can do with the ball back in their possession. Great job of the Hurricane defensively here in the second half. Coach Tyler George and offensive coordinator Michael Metter meeting with the Hurricane on the sideline. They'll take the field ready to play with the play called. Once again, Myers in the pistol with T.J. Brown behind him.
He'll go
play action.
There we go. We're seeing a deep one. He's wide open. It's no! It dropped it. Oh my goodness! He got a little tangled up on that route there, trying to figure out where the ball was coming, Steve. But man, I like that. I mean, Asa Myers can throw the football.
I told you he can throw the ball downfield. Stretches the defense while the pass was incomplete. That still puts something in the back of the mind of the Robinson defenders. Boy, that was so close to being a great play. Smith just showing, you want to say lack of ball skills, but like you said, he kind of got tangled up en route. Good carry that time by T.J. Brown. Better job by the Hurricane offensive line. Sealing off the left side of the Senator defense. Brings up third down and 5. I don't know about that spot, Ryan. I thought he got well past the 20.
Yeah, they're marking it at the 20, so it's 3rd and 5.
My opinion does not matter.
Out of the gun, quick pass, and just nowhere to go. And it's fumbled again. It's going to go out of bounds on the – he was hit hard, and Bell's the one that fumbled it out of bounds. So good job by the Senator defense.
3 and out. I think it's the first 3 and out for the Hurricane tonight.
Yeah, I don't recall another one.
They have punted the ball, but obviously obtained a first down in every offensive possession prior to that one. Once again, Jonesboro's offense on the field, but that doesn't mean Asa Myers won't punt from his quarterback position.
That is a low liner, but right at him. That doesn't give them any time to get back there and covering. There's a flag on the play, still on his feet, down at the 20, but is it coming back?
It will. We had blocking them back.
Man, I mean, that's not a good punt right there, Steve, because that gave Jonesboro 0 time to get back there to get to that punt returner.
When the return man caught the ball in full stride running forward.
For sure.
But I do believe we had a block in the back.
Well, and I think you're right, and you've got to do everything you can to not get that penalty right there because he's already set up for success based off the way the
Even when he caught the ball at midfield.
Yes. But
there is no
they
flag.
picked it up.
Yeah,
they picked it
did.
up.
Wow.
Okay. Wow, you are right. That's crazy. Well, Robinson with the best field position they could possibly ask for right here. They go handoff. Abrams going to the end zone, and he is just short. He's knocked out of bounds.
About the 4-yard line, Ryan.
So Robinson about to put some points on the board, and the Hurricane need to find a way to hold them to a field goal. Look at Abrams go.
Well, he's got a little explosion about him as well.
Mm-hmm. He's had a couple good runs tonight. Out of the pistol. 1st and goal.
Touchdown.
And he will walk it in. Touchdown, Joe T. Robinson. And it is 21-10.
Well, that time a great job blocking by the left side of the offensive line. Jordan Thomas walks in the end zone like you said. As you see Thomas there on the Central Dealership replay. Robinson, they'll kick it up 11.
That's a great shot also there of that new
band shell
feature. I had no idea they were putting that in.
Well, it adds so much volume to the band.
Yeah.
And it gives them a little identity in the far corner.
For sure. All right. That is going to make it a 22-10 football game. 1:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back here in just a moment.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
We are back, and Robinson ends their scoring drought. They got up 15-zip. Jonesboro scored 10 unanswered points. And really what that amounted to, you got to credit Robinson on the defensive end, holding Jonesboro to a 3-and-out. A short liner of a punt return of, I don't know, was that
30
probably 30 yards?
30 yards.
And then they scored, 2 offensive plays later?
Well, God, when you start a drive in the Glen Zane red zone, it's a pretty good situation for your offense.
That's right. God bless our troops.
Thank you, Glenn. Fair catch, wisely called. Jonesboro will start this possession at the 35. It sounds so trivial, but Jamarion Nelson with the fair catch there. An excellent decision on the kickoff return. Jonesboro's offense has looked good in the last 2 or 3 possessions, minus the last possession that resulted in a 3-and-out.
High snap. They will hand off, and T.J. Brown's going nowhere.
That high snap just throws off the timing of the entire play.
You know, I'm going to say at least 5 or 6 times tonight we've seen that high snap. Obviously, some have been higher than others, but regardless, that, as you say, it slows everything down, and it throws off your quarterback and or your running back.
And the timing of the whole execution.
Myers.
Looking to go deep.
Sidearm pass, and is it caught?
By Smith, it is.
Nice. I mean, he is truly like a 3/4 for sure delivery.
Flings it from the hip.
Now, I know he's a good baseball player.
Third baseman, yeah, he pitches.
Okay.
Jonesboro's ace.
A right-handed hitter. I don't know if I like that coming at me.
You know, I see a lot of baseball. I don't think he's that low of sidearm delivering a baseball.
Yeah.
But he sure shoots from the hip.
He does.
Throwing the football, but very effective on the last pass.
You know, Patrick Mahomes will do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he'll alter his pass.
Behind the back.
Yeah, I mean, he'll do whatever, but he does some of that. I think we've got a timeout, Steve. So
yeah, we got an injured senator on the field.
Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back here in a moment.
America is a great country. It's a country that believes that its former Olympic athletes should lead the parade. It's a country that looks and admires the dedication and the athleticism of the participants. And it's a country that never mocks our religious symbols. Here at the Central Dealerships, we support our great Olympic athletes and we support our great nation.
We are back. Jonesboro will have the football. 1st and 10. They've got it at their own 45-yard line after a nice pass from Asa Myers. And one thing we have seen here, Steve, on the last couple of possessions is that Myers starting to throw the ball. Threw that one over the middle.
Aired it out a little bit. Stretch the defense out, which I like.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about in the first half that Jonesboro had not stretched out the defense, but a couple times here in the second half, Myers aired out the football.
Well, and the thing about it is I think they need to do that more often because Kellen Smith, I mean, he is super fast.
He's a weapon.
And he had his defender beat. He just got a little bit mixed up on the route. There's a pass and flags everywhere, and this is probably a hold on the defense is my guess.
Well, if you're a Hurricane, you surely hope so because not. The ball was intercepted.
It was intercepted.
But I think we are going to get a hold. The intended receiver was number 6 for the Hurricane, Kamari Fisher.
I feel so confident that it was a hold on the defense that I didn't even call the interception because the flags were flying everywhere before that even ever happened.
Well, they're talking about it once again, you see on the screen, but to me there was no doubt. A lot of contact with the D-backs and the receivers.
About to find out. He can never get that mic to work.
There you go.
There we go.
So a big first down will put the ball in Senator territory. Keeps his Hurricane drive alive. Is it going to be a first down? It should be a first down.
Well, they hadn't moved the chains yet.
I bet they end up doing it.
There they go. The chain gang's not even set yet. They're not going to get set. Nice run. He will be at the 40-yard line.
T.J. Brown definitely the workhorse for the Hurricane tonight. Another good job by the big guys up front blocking.
Hurry up offense. Back to Brown. I would, if you were to go back and watch the film, Steve, I know there's been a couple times where that play is hurry up, hand off, and it's worked. But I feel like more times than not it hasn't worked.
I don't think Jonesboro was technically set on that play. It should have been a penalty against the Hurricane.
Yeah.
But not only a penalty, they weren't ready to block.
No, they have either been penalized a few times on that play or it's resulted in no gain or a loss. There's a pass out.
Marion Taylor.
And a nice job by the tight end right there. He was wide open. Great play call there. And it's a first down for Jonesboro.
The ball at the Robinson 28-yard line. Big throw and catch by the Hurricane. That's into the third quarter.
It is. It's Robinson 22, Jonesboro 10 with the Hurricane driving on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network. We are back here at Cooksey Johns, where the Jonesboro Golden Hurricane are looking to drive and score the final quarter of play, and they find themselves down 12.
Two-score game right now, so Jonesboro needs to score early here in the fourth quarter. Boy, the officials have spent a lot of time making sure everything's correct, but
they have.
They're ready to get underway now.
1st and 10. Myers.
Got him short.
Yep, and it's caught. Is that the tight end?
Yes, sir. Marion Taylor. He's only 6'1". He was Jonesboro's inside threat last year in basketball. I like Marion Taylor. I like the way he plays both football and basketball, but had a couple of big catches here on this offensive position for the Hurricane.
Well, Myers definitely targeting him right now. Now a quick pass over to the far side of the field, and Davis is shoved down towards the sidelines. He stays in bounds, and he's short of the first down.
Gain about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Third down and a yard.
America's a great.
11:06. Now if I'm.
Ooh.
There's your first down. Now I will say, if I'm Coach George, I'm asking my band to quit playing while I'm on offense.
I don't know how legal that is.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable, entertaining.
Oh, it's great. It's
but
really
it's right
good.
in the face of the Hurricane offense.
Yeah. You don't want that. No, that is very intimidating looking over there. Very neat.
Flag line going, you can see on your screen. They did a great job to stop it right at the snap, and a great job by T.J. Brown.
That's a setup that is a Blazer fan and you know, a employee over there. They need something like that in their
it was a long time coming here at Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Marion's had one for years, and I just like the band shell and the volume, like I said, but he gives the band their identity right there.
Well, and when we went to Hoxie last year, they had a
band shell.
Yeah, they did. Now that was in the stands, but they had one.
Okay,
it was neat.
Taking down in 5 here for the Hurricane. Taylor. Correction, T.J. Brown again on the carry. Positive yardage on the play for the Hurricane. I think it's going to be about 3rd down and 1. There is an official's timeout. There is an injured Senator on the field for Robinson.
Now, while they work on that, well, they're going to get him up pretty quick, so we'll go ahead and stay here. He's able to get off the field.
He's not off of it yet, but
he's making his way off the field. He's limping, though.
He's hurting, no doubt.
Well, I mean, you get tangled up, have somebody fall on you. Might have got hit by,
Well, you're also in the second game of the year, so conditioning
Cramps.
is not 100% yet. So when you're tired, it's a lot easier to get hurt.
Thankfully, you're right. Thankfully, it's not hot today, though.
No, conditions are wonderful.
Going to be cool in the morning. There's
ASU's game and game up in Fayetteville ought to be ideal.
There is still on his feet, trying to get his way into the end zone, but he won't.
He'll have a first down, though. First and goal to go after an Asa Myers quarterback sneak.
Steve, I don't know if you're a hunter or not, but there is a special deer weekend this coming weekend.
I'm not a hunter.
And it's going to be nice weather for it. All right, thanks to our Central Dealers replay there. Handoff, Brown, and he's short. Came up just a wee bit short, and it's second down. Do you go to him again? Or?
I like the Myers quarterback sneak.
Yeah, it's worked.
Or kind of the push, if you will, made famous by the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think that's what's coming right here. It is. And he's in. Touchdown, Jonesboro.
Big score.
For sure. 8:43 to go here in the quarter, and Asa Myers kind of quietly found his way into the end zone right there. And there was never any doubt.
He was successful on 2 or 3 sneaks on that drive. Good job by the Hurricane offense.
Extra point is up, and it is good. And it is 22-17, Robinson. 8:43 to go in this football game, folks. We got a great game here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network. For over 20 years, Central Dealerships has partnered with Suncom Media and NEA Sports to bring you live coverage of sporting events in Northeast Arkansas.
From heated rivalry games to conference showdowns, along with playoff championship action, Central Dealerships continues to showcase the best games that NEA has to offer. Remember, when shopping local, Central Dealerships have played a huge role highlighting the local players. Just like Suncom Media and NEA Sports, Central Dealerships puts NEA student-athletes first.
Back here at Cooksey Johns Field, 8:43 to play, and it is 22-17 Robinson. And, as of right now, Steve, and there's a lot of football left to be played, but a couple differences in this football game is obviously the 90-yard fumble recovery and return by Robinson that was the first points of the game, also led to a 2-point conversion. And really, you've also got to look back at the fact Jonesboro's been in the red zone now 5 times, and they have scored. They failed to score twice. So
and one with a scoop and score, but
yeah.
The other time had the ball first and goal to go, and had a botched field goal to Tim. So bottom line is we got a great ball game.
Oh, no doubt.
8:43 in a 5-point game,
and way too much time for anybody to be feeling comfortable.
Jordan Thomas, boy, he's so elusive. Good thing for Jonesboro, though, he was running side to side instead of upfield. Robinson will take over this possession at their own 26-yard line, 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, out of the pistol, excuse me.
Hard snap. Now he looks over to his offensive coordinator to get the play call.
5 on the play clock. They're going to get it off. Going to look to fire at a man, and he was open, but he overthrew him. A little bit of a dangerous pass, Steve. He had
it was, but Robinson trying to air it out and stretch the defense like Jonesboro's done a couple times successfully. But that could have resulted in a very bad play, interception for the Hurricane.
And he's going to get a little bit of an extra push right here.
Still
They've
going.
yet to blow it dead, and they're trying to strip him. Wow. Power on power right there.
He was hit after about 4 yards and ended up getting a first down. You see on our Central Dealership replay, tremendous job keeping the offensive line pushing, surging. He's still going. Finally whistled down. First down, Tim Robinson. RPO.
Yeah, and he will run it for a few. It's the first time we've seen him really keep the football like that tonight.
I say RPO, it's a run-pass option.
Right. Tyson Braden, I mean, he's a pretty good-sized kid.
Done a pretty good job tonight.
He has.
Been more of a game manager than a explosive athlete, but you see Robinson pick up another first down right at midfield.
So they are in Hurricane territory.
They're in no hurry, though, Ryan.
No. Why would they be?
Clark is very much advocate of the Senators. Boy, a score would go a long way for this Robinson effort. Ooh.
Yeah, that one is incomplete, and he's took a shot there to his lower part of his leg, and he's needing help off the field. They're going to have to send somebody in to get him.
Jaden Carter, the intended receiver, and took a big hit. Now he's down. Yeah.
And at that point, he was struggling to even get off the field. And if I'm the coach, I'm probably saying, hey, go ahead. Go ahead and get down.
Time will stop.
Right. He's coming out anyway. So that will stop the clock at 6:50. And I think he just took a really bad hit right there. Helmet may have hit him in the shin.
Flipped over, yes.
Yeah. But no, you're right. The clock is definitely a factor now. 6:50 to go. And here's the thing. If they can get down, and I don't know the kicking situation for Robinson, if they've got somebody that can kick it real deep. But if they can get it close enough, you kick it, and then you're up by.
Punt it is what you're talking about.
I'm sorry?
Are you talking about punting?
No, I'm talking about if they get down there close enough to kick a field goal, and then it's 25-17. Then you've got a touchdown and forces Jonesboro to have to also go for 2. There's a run, and it's
good
going
play.
nowhere. Yeah.
Defensively by the Hurricane. Defensive line will bring up 3rd down and long for Robinson.
That was Deuce Williams on the carry. And it is 3rd and 9.
Jonesboro needing a big play here defensively. Looks like they'll be in one high man press coverage.
Well, I don't think they're going to get a play off. There is 7 seconds on the play clock.
They're
going to have to take a timeout. They will, and we will take one too. It's 22-17 Robinson on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
We are back here at Cooksey Johns. It's 3rd and long. Braden, short pass incomplete. Good job by Jonesboro defense. And the Senators are going to have to punt the football.
When Jonesboro stands up defensively, they do give up a little bit of yardage, but they'll get the ball back. Just under 6 minutes left to go. Avion Jones and J.R. Smith deep for the Hurricane. Good punt. Bounces straight up where Robinson will down it. Jonesboro will take over. First down and 10. The ball at the Hurricane 26-yard line. Well, this is a big drive. In the fourth quarter.
No doubt about that. And it is, they got a long ways to go. As a matter of fact, last time they were at this spot, they went 3 and out, and Robinson scored. So they obviously don't want history to repeat itself. Come out of the gun. And I don't know nowhere to go. That Jonesboro band is still playing hardcore right now.
T.J. Brown again on the carry. This time stopped for a very short gain. Clock not a factor. Should be noted, though, that Jonesboro has 2 timeouts left. Had to burn a timeout in the third quarter.
Quick pass to the tight end, and he's got the first down.
Marion Taylor, I like the way he plays.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing about him. He's been very sure-handed tonight. He's the hot hand right now. I think you got to keep going back to him.
He and Smith primarily the receiving core for the Hurricane.
Go back to Brown. Brown crosses the 30.
Gain of only about 3, but that defense loosened up a little bit because of the successful passing by the Hurricane. There's another injured Senator on the field.
All right, we will go ahead and take no, we're going to stay here. We're just going to stay right here. Steve, let's talk about next week. We will be in Pocahontas, Arkansas, and there's a look at the next game. The Brooklyn Bearcats will go to Pocahontas in our final non-conference game that we'll have on our schedule. I anticipate that to be a good ball game. Brooklyn is a team that's been trending upward in the 5A East. Pocahontas had a horrible start but finished well last year. I think that makes for a good matchup, though.
It does. Brooklyn's trying to build a program there. Football is probably about, a decade old at Brooklyn. Pocahontas was such rich tradition that's gone on for years, so you kind of have 2 different sides coming in as far as football experience. But I look for a great game at Schoonover Stadium in Pocahontas next week.
You know, and I was having this conversation earlier today with someone. I think Brooklyn makes the playoffs this year. I think they knocked Nettleton out, and I think Nettleton and Paragould Tech, Batesville are the 4 left out. Of course,
who's that leave in?
That makes Wynn, Harding Academy, and Brooklyn. Hand off quickly.
Brown stopped.
Yeah.
Very short gain will bring up a very important third down for the Hurricane offense.
3rd and what, 6?
Call it 3rd and 6.
Yep, that's what they got on the scoreboard. Big play right here. So here's the next question, Steve. If they don't get it, do they go? With 4 minutes and 20 seconds, basically.
Depends on how much they get here on third down, but a lot of time running off the clock as we speak.
Looking to pass. Myers
Got
has
him.
time and incomplete.
Waited a little bit too
He
long
did.
to throw the football.
Yep, you're right, and threw a little bit. It looked like maybe behind him. So decision time for Tyler George here on 4th and 6.
Well, Jonesboro can punt once again out of their offensive formation, so we will not know, but I bet Robinson doesn't put anybody deep. Good shot of the cheerleaders there.
Here we go. Big play. 4th and 6, 4:06 on the clock. Play clock down to 5, 4, 3, and they get it off. Myers has got he's got Brown, and he's short, and that is a turnover of downs.
Boy, you hate that because Brown was open initially, but a good job of closing by the Senator defense. They get the ball just under 4 minutes left to go to play. The ball is on the Hurricane side of the field.
Well, I think he made the right decision in terms of going for it. I think at this point, you would have really left yourself with very little time. But now you put a lot of pressure on your defense here.
Well, you got 2 timeouts.
Yep.
It's got to be a 3 and out or a 4 and out.
Yeah. If they can get 3 and out, they get the ball back potentially with, I don't know, somewhere between 2.5 minutes, depending on how they use timeouts and that sort of thing. But here we go. Obviously, they're going to run the football, and a great gain still on his feet, pushing forward, and that is about
Abrams.
a yard and a half shy of a first down.
Abrams, again, doing a great job to keep his feet going. He does a great job to stay in bounds. Jonesboro will not take a timeout, so conceivably the clock will be right at 3 minutes when the ball snapped. A lot of valuable time running off the clock if you're a Hurricane.
If they choose to, they can get it down to about 3:06, 3:05 before they even snap it. They're going to snap it a little early. A handoff, first down, and then some. And now they've entered the red zone as they are. Robinson now has it at the 16-yard line.
Well, you mentioned Robinson has the ball in the Glentain red zone, but more importantly, they have a fresh set of downs to run more time off the clock. The clock is ticking under 3 minutes now. Coach George will have to take timeouts pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think without question, this is do or die now in terms of if you're going to stop them, you've got to stop them here on this next set of 4 downs, and then you start using your timeouts probably on third.
You have to take a timeout after this play, in my opinion.
Here we go.
Robinson milking every second
as they
off the
should.
clock.
Could have took a few more off. So they get a good stop right there, and the clock it's running. It is running, so going to wait a little bit. And at 30 seconds, that would put it at about 1:48 until they had to get off the next snap. So 22-17, second down and 9. And I'll say this, if they get a stop here, I'm calling timeout. You got to call timeout after
Oh,
this.
yeah. There's no reason to take timeouts back to the dressing room with you. So
He's got running room, though. Tackled forward, and that is a gain of several. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.5. Timeout, Jonesboro. And with 1:34, Steve, you're looking at, first off, if you're Robinson, you're doing everything, because if you manage to get another first down, this game's over.
Ball game's over, yeah.
So
that's why
it's a great play.
I was taking the timeout a little bit earlier, but the ball game in the balance right here on 3rd down and 3. Robinson gets his thing run out the clock. Jonesboro stops from here, takes his timeout. They'll get the ball with a little over about 1:15 left to go, and they'll be out of timeouts. Well, Robinson can't kick a field goal. It's be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a good point. I mean, they 100%. It's 4th down. If they have any kind of kicker at all, you kick the field goal and force Jonesboro not only to have to score a touchdown, they're going to have to do that anyways, but then they've got to go for 2. So, big play, basically the play of the game right here coming on 3rd down and 3, 1:34, and they line up out of the pistol. That looks like Abrams in the backfield. Braden hands off, and it's
going to be close.
Yeah, it is. It's a gain, but it's short. It's a yard short. So now Jonesboro takes another timeout with 1:29, 4th down and 1. So now, do you kick the field goal, or do you roll the dice and potentially get a yard and end the football game?
I have no idea the confidence in the kicking game for
right. I don't either.
Robinson, but boy, if you got a field goal kicker, there's no doubt.
Yeah,
because if you kick a field goal, the worst you can do is come away with overtime.
You're right. You're right. Be interesting to see just exactly what happens. And truthfully, as we've said, that really comes down to the type of kicker they have. Now, I don't, and I'm going to go and reference what they've done on kickoffs. Now, they have kicked extra points. We've seen that's done successfully. Kickoffs, a lot of those have rarely gone deep. So, and I know that's a different style of kick and that sort of thing. But here we go.
Looks like they're going to kick
They
it.
are. They're going to do that.
Yeah, 25-yard field goal. So definitely in the range. But it's going to require some execution by the Robinson kicking team.
Here it's up, and it is good. Never a doubt. So it is 25-17 Robinson with 1:24 to play. We'll go ahead and take a commercial break, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
If it seems like our Roof Raider trucks are everywhere,
Well, we kind of are.
at Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
Back here live for Suncom Media NEA Sports Football Game of the Week. And, Steve, it's been a very, very good football game. A minute
24 left. Imperative for Jonesboro with no timeouts. They need positive plays. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But the big return here on the kickoff would go a long way for the Hurricane effort.
Well, and Jonesboro has ran a lot tonight, but really this comes down to Asa Myers and what he can do in the air.
Throwing football, they're not going to run the football because
that's
if you're
over.
tackled in bounds, it's
right,
at least 20 seconds off the clock.
They will
Good
kick that
kick.
one. That's the deepest kick we've seen tonight by either team. What a time for that to occur.
Well, no time runs off the clock is a good thing for
That's
the
true.
Hurricane. And then high school, they get the ball at the 20-yard line, so still 80 yards to go.
But that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing to do.
Ron, we got a little bit of time here. What do you think about the professional kickoff this year?
Well, and I guess the reasoning for that is to avoid injury and all that kind of stuff.
It's different for an old football coach.
It is. I can think back to those Razorback days of Darren McFadden. Situation, you of course run. I mean, he's at the 40-yard line.
Gain of 20 yards for quarterback Asa Myers. Jonesboro obviously in a hurry, a minute 15. Good decision by Myers on that last play.
Same scenario, but this time they held those two linebackers.
Well, they got one spine.
Yep.
Linebacker right there to tackle Asa Myers for no gain. Actually lost one on the play. Clock under a minute.
He's got to get the ball in the air, thrown deep, and that's got to be a hold. Wow.
Looks like from up here there was a little bit of contact.
Yeah, I thought Cam Davis got held just a little bit. It will stop the clock with 45 seconds left. And
3rd and 11 too. Yeah. Jonesboro worrying about down and distance as well. You laughing at the band?
Yes, they've got to stop that.
They're enjoying their new
I know
show.
They are, and I get that, but you are trying to win this football game, and he's trying to, you just don't do that.
Well, he's trying to get enthusiasm, a little bit too much enthusiasm for the Hurricanes. They jumped off sides.
Yeah, I mean that.
Bragged on Marion Taylor, but he was actually the cane that got a little bit of a head start.
Now it's Robinson's band playing right in the middle of it. Uh-oh, Myers in trouble. He is sacked. That ball is loose. They will fall on it.
Ball game.
And that will be the ball game. Myers never really had a chance right there as some failed blocking by the offensive line. And it's been a good football game, Steve, but Joe T. Robinson marches. Actually, they had to fly in here to Jonesboro because of the bus situation, and got here a little bit late, but they're going to go home feeling pretty happy, coming away with a win against a team that just left the 7A classification.
Yeah, this was a great football game on both sides. Jonesboro has a lot of positives to build off of. They'll go out of state next week to DeSoto County in Mississippi, but Jonesboro's getting better and better. Last week took defeat at the hands of that was a scrimmage. Last week was against a good Conway team, but Robinson's a pretty good 5A football team.
That they are. I mean, there's no denying that, and they're going to take the knee. And in this football game,
Jonesboro cannot stop the clock.
Nope. That will do it. And with that being said, we want to remind everyone that we will be in Pocahontas next week. It's our last non-conference game of the season. It'll be the Brooklyn Bearcats going to Pocahontas to take on, obviously, the Redskins of Pocahontas. So, Steve, you and I will be there to have the call at Schoonover Stadium, right?
One of my favorite places, Ryan.
I know that. I know you love, and I do too. It's really a nice, neat, just everything about that up there. It's just.
It's all about football.
Yeah, it really
natural
is.
Grass field and
yeah.
Old school smash mouth football.
No doubt about it. All right. Well, first off, thank you to the Jonesboro Public Schools for allowing us to come in and broadcast this game this year. We always enjoy our time at Jonesboro, and thanks to Trey Harding and then those involved that allowed us to do that. Big shout out to our crew. For Steve Clayton, I am Ryan Fletcher saying so long, everybody.